Welcome back to Tales from the Veil, where we peel back the layers of history to find the stories that linger in the shadows. Tonight, our journey takes us to the heart of Prague, to a grand banquet hall where a feast turned into an eternal curse. Our story begins in the 17th century. A notoriously cruel nobleman, known for his lavish parties and disdain for the poor, decided to host the most extravagant feast the city had ever seen. He invited all the wealthy merchants and aristocrats, planning a night of gluttony and excess. As the guests arrived, dressed in their finest silks and jewels, a starving old woman appeared at the gates, begging for just a scrap of bread. The nobleman, amused by her audacity, laughed cruelly. He ordered his guards to not just turn her away, but to set his dogs on her. The guests watched, some with pity, others with cold indifference, as the woman was chased into the dark, rainy streets. Before disappearing into the night, she turned and pointed a trembling finger at the brightly lit hall. "As you feast tonight," she cried, her voice cracking with fury, "so shall you feast for eternity. You will never leave this table, never satisfy your hunger, and never find peace." The nobleman and his guests scoffed and returned to their celebration. The wine flowed, the music played, and course after course of decadent food was served. But as the clock struck midnight, a strange chill fell over the room. The doors slammed shut, and the candles flickered and died, plunging the hall into darkness. When a sliver of moonlight broke through the clouds, it revealed a horrifying scene. The guests were still at the table, but they were no longer human. They had become skeletal apparitions, their fine clothes now tattered rags. They continued to feast, their bony hands reaching for food that turned to dust before it could reach their mouths, their jaws clattering in a silent, unending scream of hunger. Legend says that to this day, the cursed feast continues. On certain nights, when the moon is full, locals claim you can hear the faint sounds of music and the clinking of ghostly silverware drifting from the abandoned estate. They say the nobleman and his guests are still there, trapped in their spectral banquet, forever paying the price for their cruelty. A chilling reminder that some appetites can never be satisfied. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss another story from the Veil. Stay curious,